When Ms. Eller's fourth graders march into class, she expects them to quietly go to their seats and be on the ball, ready for the next lesson. Literally on the ball. That's because she's replaced the children's chairs with stability balls.
I'm in grad school right now at OSU, finishing my master's in health and human performance with an emphasis in applied exercise sciences, and I'm doing my master's thesis on the relationship between exercise and improvement on test scores and brain functionality in children. So I got an idea from one of my grad school classes talking about stability balls and how it affects the brain and makes parts of the brain that normally don't function properly. And so I thought I'd just give it a whirl in my classroom.
Students like sitting on the big orange balls for one reason.
Because you get to bounce.
We get to bounce and do our work, and we don't really get to move in chairs.
Sitting on stability balls lets students wiggle or bounce around without distracting each other. At the same time, the bouncy behavior helps keep them focused according to Lee Elementary principal Cindy Taylor.
It helps not have that out-of-seat behavior of your kids that are very kinesthetic and need to move. They're not up out of their seat to get a Kleenex. They're not up out of their seat to sharpen their pencil. They're not up out of their seat to throw away something because they can move in their seat.
Just 1 month after switching to sitting on stability balls, test scores are showing big improvements.
Our test scores have improved by a little over 10%. So, I mean, that's huge already right there. My students have gone from 4 or 5 getting 100% on spelling tests a week to about 10 or 11.
The kids who had been making scores that were lower, their scores have just gone up and up and up. Part of that, and when I've observed the teacher, which I do frequently, is instead of that out-of-seat behavior where they're missing things, they're moving, but they're glued to the teacher. The teacher's here, they're glued to her. They're listening to what they're saying, but they're moving the whole time. But they're staying with that lesson.
They're kind of a godsend. They're really quiet. I don't have children falling out of their chairs. I don't have children rocking in their chairs. They're very, very good for your body. They were only $25, so they weren't very expensive.
Eller used private grant money to purchase the balls for her classroom experiment. Based on test results so far, she says the stability balls will become a permanent fixture in her 21st century classroom. For O&R, I'm Kathy Tatum.